We'll be there soon, men! Stay with me!
Debale, my young friend.
What a monstrous gate. We're going to need an army of battering rams just to break it down.
This gate has protected the inner city from assaults for centuries, but today it will give, with or without a battering ram. A ram is nothing compared to the weapon at our disposal. Debale!
My lord, you wish to set this gate ablaze in front of the entire army? Are you sure that's a good idea?
The enormity of our task leaves us little choice this time. We'll need to unify our strength. Alone, you could never hope to bring it down. But the four of us, together, we have the power.
So, we finally see your handiwork.
Well, one can't lurk in the shadows forever. Soldiers, fall back! Batois, with me. Take position in front of the door.
Esteban, I know you don't like this idea. Boniface is right. We have to put our strength together this one time.
I suppose it's just a fancy door after all.
You see, my dear Batois, what we are capable of with only four of us? Think of the possibilities after we have amassed an entire army.
I understand, my lord.
Bring up the battering ram and finish the task!
Let's get this over with, Esteban. The door must fall. Come on, warriors! Give it your all!
Why did it have to rain today of all days?
I like that if you mess up with the battering ram, everyone just stands there in silence for a second.
Wretched infidels. You are not worthy to walk on the dirt beneath your boots.
Who is this madman?
I am the warden of Constantinople. I am the champion of the Byzantine Empire. I am Tactikios Lente, and I will break you all.
Champions of our colosseums, not battlefields.
Indeed, this is no playground, friend.
Damned invaders, you will pay for your impudence.
He is blessed by the heavens, Esteban. This is not the curse as we know it. So, hell.
Then how do we defeat him?
Your crusade takes the Lord's name.
So Tatakios is the character that attacks the fastest probably in the entire game. But after you get him into a combo, he's just screwed. He's done.
I will purify your soul. Sword in hand, I shall slay your sins. Your logic is flawed, and your crusade is evil. You will not find what you have come for.
Coward! You're not escaping us!
You are a mighty force indeed, trespassers.
Master Tatakios, let us cover your retreat. Do not dishonor yourself with an unfair fight.
Be wary of our gifts. They are much stronger than they seem, but no matter. The walls of the Yeticule will halt their advance. Templar, we will meet again. You do not belong to hell.
So we get to meet a new enemy type here. Big bearded men with axes. giant axes. Now, both Flounder and Boniface are here with us, and they are invincible. They're also, like Esteban, really good at keeping the enemies distracted. I find the easiest way to avoid getting yourself murdered is to stay around the outside of the conflict and pick off any stragglers who aren't participating in the fun. If you just hover around the outside of the battle and occasionally jump in to kill one or two enemies, you'll probably make it through mostly unscathed. I would say that you want to watch your weapon's durability and make sure you have enough for what comes next, but you really shouldn't care about that. The only thing you really need to worry about is having at least one weapon that you can use to deflect with. Nothing that you need to fight back with, you just need to be able to deflect with it. So how about that Tatakios, huh? I always found it hilarious that they present him as having some kind of special gimmick. Like, oh no, he's not from hell, we've never fought someone blessed by God before. And then you just hit him like you would anybody else. If there's one character that this game hates more than Deflonder, it's Tatakios. I'm not sure they even intended his humiliation to be funny like it was with Deflonder. Like with Deflonder, it's clearly a joke. They make jokes about it throughout the entire game. But with Tatakios, it's just kind of depressing.
I'll give you a boost of this column.
All right, ready when you are.
Quite a reception. Those would have gone straight through my doublet.
Yes, I'm afraid we're going to have trouble going through them.
Well, if there's one thing I have learned over the years, it's when you can't win, leave. So much for honor.
C'est la vie. Honor has made more dead men than it has made victors.
Which side are we supposed to run along, Dance? We don't have that many options.
How many times must I tell you? Searching your soul might open up more options?
Right. Let's split up. We'll be steward if we stick together.
Esteban said, let's get the hell out of here, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're separated from Esteban again, which means we can die permanently very easily. On top of that, most of our armor is missing, and our weapons are almost broken. So we're just gonna run past everybody. This is the reason I told you to have at least one weapon that you could deflect with, because the enemies tend to back off for a second or so after you deflect them. You do move slightly faster while you're in the curse, which is very useful for running away from these guys. I'm rather torn on whether they expected you to run from these enemies or not, because the game is not really built around you being able to run from people. The combat is made so you're kind of supposed to fight everybody. But at the same time, they make it clear you need to flee, and the objective even says flee the ramparts. So I'm a little torn. It doesn't matter if this is what they intended, though, because it's what we're doing. Especially on Nightmare Mode, this part is hell if you try to fight everybody. No pun intended. Hey, you got to see the animation for me smashing a barrel on someone's head, finally. It stuns them for, what, a good half a second? It's not very useful.